are these people?
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode, Angel in the Afternoon. Happy Friday, CBC. I'm
Hey,
Angel.
CBC.
Alongside the panel, Miss Witchy is here again, and Alex Knight. So, how's everyone doing?
We're here.
Yeah,
Fine.
that's true. I had a long week. I finally had the procedure to fix my nose, my leaky nose. That
And
the audience has seen a few times, and you know, they're supposed to allegedly stop the bleeding. So far, nothing's happened since. But I got to stick these antibiotics up my nose like twice, 3 times a day for the next 2 weeks. So
oh
that's not fun.
man, no.
I still can't believe Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan died in the same week.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, we'll discuss. We'll bring it up now, since real quick. But most of that discussion, I'm going to save for tomorrow, especially with
Yep.
Hogan.
I need to turn up your mic, I guess, or your audio.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you, but it's not the loudest.
Can
Can you turn up your volume a little bit?
Yeah, it should be up.
You talking to me or him?
I'm talking to him.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I can hear you fine, Angel, to be honest.
How about
I
now?
can hear it too, but it's just not the loudest. That's what I was saying.
Oh. How about now?
Yep,
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Okay, because I had it lower because of some music, but it should be fine. So yeah, that's my week. I had that procedure done. The ENT found 3 different broken blood vessels in my nose, my
Oh
right
my
nostril.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yep. So yeah, he found 3 different. He stuck a camera way up my nose and was like, "Oh, there they are, like 3 different broken vessels, like right next to each other. That's why you're bleeding so much." It's like, "Oh, okay." Like, "Oh, here's a concoction. It says silver nitrate and some other stuff in there. It's gonna cauterize the blood vessels so you don't bleed again." It's like, okay. Stuck it up there. It hurts. I smelled smoke because it was literally burning. It's burning my inside of my nose. So like, oh, okay.
Oh my
Like,
god.
okay, you're done. You're not gonna bleed anymore. I'll see you in 2 weeks, but you gotta put a cream up your nose 3 times a day for 2 weeks.
Like
It's
on
antibiotic.
like
A
a
Q-tip. Yeah.
yeah, Q-tip.
Yeah, you stick it up my nose and just do that, and you're good.
What did your mom say?
It's like, no, she's fine with it. I mean,
You've
because
had this all your
ultimately,
life, right? You've had this literally all of your life.
no, it happened the last few years, really.
Oh.
That really bad nosebleeds from my right nostril, but yeah, she just was queasy when seeing all the blood, so that's why she kept bothering me to go see a doctor about it. So that was going on. So that was my week. Other than that, I mean,
They traded for Ryan McMahon. No, he's not related to Vince McMahon, Steph. No, totally different guy.
I didn't say a word. I was just gonna say, wow, McMahon.
You've been wondering.
no.
Damn, he doesn't get all that money then if he's not a true McMahon.
Hey Max. Hey Max is here. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Max.
If you haven't, make sure you like and subscribe. Wait, my table's about to fall over. Hold on. All right, hopefully that's fine. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, let's get into it. I was gonna save this for tomorrow. We're gonna discuss it a lot deeply tomorrow, but as everybody knows, if you're not even if you're not a wrestling fan, you still know this. Hulk Hogan passed away yesterday morning at the age of 71. So reason why it's political too, because Hogan was a big Trump supporter. Everybody knows he had that infamous promo at the RNC where he ripped off his shirt. Everybody remembers that one. Like it's 1986 again.
Yeah. I honestly have to say I was at work when I found out, and I was like, No, that it's just a rumor. It's probably nothing.
I
You
ignored it
know,
at first too.
yeah,
Yeah.
at first because it was like, I told him, oh, they were saying, oh, he was on his deathbed and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw
And
that
that
too.
that came out to be not true. So I was like,
Mhm.
it's not real. He goes, no, dude, it's seriously real. I'm like, nah, my coworker
I mean, we got
watching a video about it.
Ozzy Osbourne died before GTA 6. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So Hulk Hogan was 71 years old, and he had a back surgery. His 100th, it seems like, because every time I look up, he has a back surgery, Hulk, and allegedly it did not go well, and he was bedridden, and he was allegedly brain dead. Again, those are just total rumors, but and he finally went, even though he was sent home. So I don't know how he's brain dead and been sent home, which we don't know. We don't have much information now. So I hope we get more information soon. Hopefully, we have something to report tomorrow on Pro Wrestling Talk, something extra, even though it's going to be on Saturday. So chances are we're not going to find out anything till Monday. But, hopefully we get some sort of information because.
Well, obviously, SmackDown's going to be paying tribute to him.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
already.
they already have
Yeah.
the 30
They already
minute
announced it. Yeah.
like tribute thing, or
Yeah, they already
I don't know
had.
if it's 30 minutes, but it's 30 seconds at least.
Yeah, they're bringing in a lot of the legends, like Sergeant Slaughter is going to be on there.
Mhm.
Brian Blair, all of Hogan's friends are still alive. Are going to be on the show, basically.
Beefcake, probably.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of names. I mean, Hacksaw Jim Duggan's supposed to be
Yeah.
there. So
I saw his little tribute to Hogan. He said
yeah.
like 45, it's been 45 years and yada yada. I mean, honestly,
at least he and Mean Gene Oakland will be reuniting.
a lot of people were saying him and Andre will be reunited because they were friends, weren't they?
Yeah. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. And he go off in his promos.
I honestly, this is my first impression of it, and again, I'll talk more about it tomorrow. But it was like, no, this can't be. I mean, Hogan is fine. He's gonna be fine. This is gonna come. It's gonna come out tomorrow that this was all a hoax. Blah blah blah. Ha ha ha. You got us. It still hasn't really sank in. I'm still very shocked because, in my eyes, Hogan, even though I didn't really care for him, he seemed like immortal Hulk Hogan. He seemed like immortal, I guess that's the persona that you take with you, but I mean, like, literally it's just, I didn't know how to feel about it. I was very shocked.
I just wanted to bring it up because even people who don't watch wrestling who lived through the 80s, you know who Hulk Hogan is.
Yeah.
You've heard the name at the very least and seen the face. Even if you never watched a single match in your life. Natalie said, I literally know nothing about wrestling other than political theater. Again, like we theorize wrestling and politics are very similar, especially Washington politics. So,
but Chelsea Green got backlash when she mentioned polarizing views or whatever she said in that.
It's so stupid. Real quick, because she tweeted out something nice. Yeah, she tweeted out something, politically correct, like, oh, yeah, I didn't like it. People didn't like him, but he's still a legend in the business, so rest in peace, Hogan. Everybody melted down in her mentions.
I mean, yeah, just because we didn't like him, I mean, he kind of made his own bed. I mean, he had people who were, was half positive and half negative. So really, X was like blowing up with, I know Snow Himbo. I was trying to get Snow Himbo on here because he was like, yeah, he hangs around with pedophiles. I'm like, okay, I see it where he's coming from. I mean, technically, yes, that is true. It's true that Hogan actually did stick up for a pedophile in Trump.
Yep.
I mean, he made his bed, now he has to lie in it. And there are, there's just lie after lie after lie that Hogan would tell. And you're like, dude, come on, you're making that stuff up. We know you're making it up because we have facts.
We can go over some of those lies definitely more detailed tomorrow, but I love those lies.
And of course, that video of Ric Flair crying.
Oh, God. I was like, Flair, shut the fuck up.
I'm like,
go suck a dick. My counter, please.
There it is. There it
is. That's my first one. And that goes out for Ric Flair personally.
Yeah.
I don't like Ric Flair.
Towards the end of the episode, maybe we can also bring up, the Battlefield 6 reveal that happened yesterday. I know Steph doesn't know about the franchise, but maybe you and I.
Okay, yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Do that. So yeah, so Hogan was an icon of the 1980s, just like Stallone and all those people, you know. So yeah, we'll definitely talk a lot more about that tomorrow. I don't want to get bogged down with too much wrestling talk here, but I just wanted to bring him up because he's still a mainstream icon, whether you like him or not. So, but we'll definitely discuss him more tomorrow. So this name hasn't really been heard from much. Kilmar Abrego Garcia, if you remember him.
Wasn't he the
Remember?
one with the letters on the fists or that guy?
Yeah, yeah. So he's back in the U.S. Not many people talked about him anymore after he came back from, I'm about to say Guantanamo Bay. I meant to say
Good to see all the stuff backfiring.
CCOT. He came back from CCOT in Honduras, and now and nobody's really discussed him since. I'm like, where is this guy? He just disappeared off the face of the earth. His case for alleged human trafficking has already started, and judge orders Kilmar Abrego Garcia released from criminal custody. Second judge bars ICE from immediately detaining him. So I don't feel like reading this. I guess we'll just play this and we'll react to it. I know I'm gonna do a lot of reading today. My throat's gonna be killing me.
Driving
So.
me, Macy.
And a federal judge has paused the release of Kilmar Abrego Garcia for at least 30 days. Now, this comes after back-to-back rulings. First, ordering his release from criminal custody, and second, blocking ICE from immediately arresting him. Now, you may remember Abrego Garcia was mistakenly deported to El Salvador by the Trump administration and is now back in the U.S. facing human smuggling charges, which he denies. CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman is here with us in studio to talk about this case. Katrina, good morning. Welcome back. Good to see you. What do these simultaneous rulings mean for Abrego Garcia's potential freedom?
So what's interesting, Errol, is there was even a third.
What?
isn't she supposed to be crossing her legs?
Yeah, she's kind of like that, but
order yesterday because essentially this judge in Tennessee, where there is a criminal case related to human smuggling charges against Kilmar Abrego Garcia, is taking place, determined that he should be released from criminal custody. He denied a government request to keep him in that custody. At the same time, a judge in Maryland, where he has a civil case, blocked them from turning him over to ICE when he's released. She said he's supposed to be brought back to Maryland, where he's from, where his family is, put back under ICE supervision in Baltimore. And she also required that if they try to deport him, they have to give him 72 hours of written notice and let him know what country he would be sent to. Now, the third one is that his attorneys had said that they wanted him to actually stay in criminal custody in Tennessee for 30 days if that judge was going to grant him release, because they're worried about him being deported, Errol, where he could be deported as well, and they want more time to weigh their options. So it's a very unusual request because, of course, he's been wanting to be released. So essentially, he's going to remain in custody for another 30 days in Tennessee, and then he should ultimately be released.
That's a weird request. I've never heard that from a lawyer. Oh, yeah, keep my client, keep him in jail for another 30 days.
Well, I'm confused. Wait, what?
Well,
Isn't he a U.S. citizen?
No,
he's not. Okay.
Yeah, we haven't covered him in a while because he's disappeared from the news cycle pretty much. But he's not a U.S. citizen. He's here illegally. But they deported him to CCOT. That whole controversy. They brought him back from CCOT, and now he's under trial for human trafficking. And now that his lawyers are afraid that ICE is going to deport him again, even though a judge ordered that they can't deport him. But that's why they want to keep him in jail in the 30 days.
Remember that clip we saw, Angel, where Michael Strahan, when she asked his wife that question, I don't remember what it was, and she couldn't answer it.
Did she? I remember this. Did she? Did your husband ever hit you or abuse you or? Oh no, it was about that police report. And she's like, well, I mean, I don't remember what answer she gave.
That's all, folks.
Yeah. So clearly, he's a wife beater at the very least. This is not a good man. This is a man who beats his wife. That's clear. Like just
That's
tape
what they
all
should
over.
be going after him doing, not if he's illegal or not.
Right.
He's we discussed the human trafficking case at the time when they claimed the right claimed he was a human trafficker. I read the report on air, and it wasn't enough evidence for me to say, "Oh yeah, he's definitely a human trafficker." So this is another nonsense case, most likely. Excuse me.
Released to Maryland.
A remarkable sequence of rulings
Yes.
surrounding this one man. Also yesterday, a federal appeals court ruled that President Trump's executive order on birthright citizenship was unconstitutional. Break that.
Now this is stupid. The executive order on birthright citizenship trying to take this away. That's stupid. It's in the 14th Amendment. We all,
Right.
as soon as you're born in this country, you're a citizen. That's how it works.
Also, why does that CBS correspondent look similar to that one of those characters from Detroit Become Human? I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yes, he looks like yes. Yes. I actually finished that game recently again. So yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Drink some
I am not a robot.
drink
I
some
am
tea with
not
honey.
a robot.
And here's the thing. Yeah, I mean I drink a lot. I don't drink tea, whoops, but I do drink I have to drink water regularly or something because my throat goes right on air. So thank you. Macy, hey Macy, why you're not getting notified? Did you have the bell? Did you ring the bell on the YouTube? I'm sorry, YouTube doesn't notify people. All we can do is ring the bell, hope for the best.
Or to quote from that GTA 6 trailer, "Ring the bell, shots, baby."
So when I say like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, YouTube doesn't notify people usually that I'm live. So or INN is live in general. So it's just ridiculous. It sucks. But thank you for joining us anyways and finding the stream.
Down for us.
So this was in the Ninth Circuit, Errol. It was a 2-1 ruling. There was a dissent by a Trump-appointed judge, and essentially this keeps in place an injunction that was issued by a lower court, and they find Trump's order related to birthright and citizenship unconstitutional. They say that it is unmoored from the accepted legal principles of 1868, and that citizenship is supposed to be for all people who are born in the U.S. and who are subject to its jurisdiction.
Wow. All right, Katrina.
Right. So if you're born in Canada, you are technically a Canadian citizen.
Yeah.
Ask Ted Cruz. But for some fucking reason, he's in office and he was running for president, even though he was fucking born in Canada. I love this. I literally, you can't make this shit up because it actually happened.
Does he know the population of Canada?
I mean, it's literally in the Constitution, and it's like you have to be an American citizen if you're going to run for president. And just because, and then they made up this. Obviously, the rich don't give a fuck because they were like, well, there's a loophole. His mom's an American citizen. Yeah, that doesn't make him one, you dumb fucker. Again, he was born in Canada, so he's a Canadian citizen. So that makes him unqualified or disqualified from literally running for president.
Or
We're going to do the same thing to fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
As Shawn Michaels would say, "Oh, Canada."
The Canadian.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so that's the update on Kilmar Abrego Garcia, and let's see what happens with him. He's still in jail because his lawyers want him in jail because that way they don't risk ICE trying to deport him. So that's the reason why he's in jail. So let's go to
Did you hear that the View is going on hiatus?
Oh yeah, I did.
Thank God for that. I hate watching that shit.
Yeah, I did. The View.
Only my neighbors watch it, and I'm just like, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go.
I read that earlier today, the AOC part.
Yeah, so we got AOC here getting herself in trouble.
She also tweeted today about the horrors in Gaza or whatever she tweeted today, and then people are still calling out for her hypocrisy. So
horrors.
So we got more AOC getting herself in trouble. House Ethics Report finds AOC impermissibly accepted gift related to 2021 Met Gala appearance. So we all remember this appearance. We all remember this appearance when she looked like this. She dressed up for Tax the Rich.
And
So-
then that clip when
And then the rich white.
When-
That's a funny joke. Tell me another one, AOC.
when that funny clip when she got outside the building, they're like, "Yes, AOC."
Mhm. Yeah, so the
Ugh.
house is investigating
Fucking
her for that what happened in 2021, and it's still really small, but so annoying. It's no matter how big I make it, it's always small. So
Oh, I can read it.
Yeah, I can too.
yeah, so the House Ethics Committee found that the Democratic Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez impermissibly accepted funds or gifts in connection with her 2021 appearance at the Met Gala, violating a
You
House
don't
rule.
say.
The House
When are
gift
people
rule.
finally going to realize she's not on our side? When are
No,
people-
only on her side.
Yeah.
The House gift rule is a gift rule prohibits lawmakers from knowingly accepting gifts, including favors, discount services, with some exceptions. There's some exceptions to that rule. Though.
Some exceptions. I'm sure
Uh,
she's met that exception.
In a report released Friday, the committee said, well, Ocasio-Cortez proactively took steps to comply with House rules, including using personal funds to rent apparel that would typically be gifted or loaned to Met Gala attendees.
When did Amelia Clark become an American?
I don't know. So let's keep going. But the report states that despite Representative Ocasio-Cortez's significant attempts, the committee found she failed to fully comply with the gift rule by impermissibly accepting a gift of free admission to 2021 Met Gala for her partner and failing to pay full fair market value for some of the items worn at the event.
Oh, about the same time that Ted Cruz became one.
The ethics panel said it did not find evidence that Ocasio-Cortez intentionally underpaid for costs related to the event, and that in many instances she had relied on a campaign staffer to handle discussions of payment and advice of counsel to determine the amounts. But the committee said it found evidence suggesting that the designer may have lowered costs in response to statements from Representative Ocasio-Cortez's staff, and that payments to vendors were significantly delayed, and in several cases did not occur until after the Office of Congressional Conduct began the investigation.
So why did she call Jill Stein fake or fraud or whatever she said about her last year?
Who knows? Because, but she so
No, you
commi-
shut up. No, you shut up. No, you shut up.
the committee on Ocasio-Cortez called on Ocasio-Cortez to make additional payments of personal funds to compensate for the fair market value of certain expenses. A spokesperson for Ocasio-Cortez said the Congresswoman intends to remedy the remaining amounts. The Congresswoman appreciates the committee finding that she made efforts to ensure her compliance with House rules and sought to act consistently with her ethical requirements as a member of the House. She accepts the ruling will remedy the remaining amounts as she's done in each step in the process, her Chief of Staff Mike Casca said in the statement. The Ethics Committee also released a separate report related to Representative Mike Kelly of Pennsylvania, allegations that his wife may have bought stock in a steel company based on a confidential or non-public information he learned in his role as a congressman.
You don't say.
Wait a minute,
They're
why
all
did-
fucking corrupt.
I don't. Why did not going after Nancy Pelosi for this? She's famous for this. She tells her husband all the time what business to invest in. He does, and she never gets in trouble for it. Now all of a sudden, this Mike Kelly, a Republican by the way, of Pennsylvania, alleges an allegation that his wife may have bought stock in a steel company based on a confidential or non-public information he learned as his role as a congressman.
He's gonna get hammered too.
Yeah, what is that called? Insider trading. But Nancy Pelosi can get away with it, right? She can get away with it perfectly fine. The committee said it reviewed allegations referred by the Office of Congressional Conduct and did not find any evidence that he knowingly or intentionally caused his spouse to trade based on insider information. Never mind. So he's going to get away with it pretty much. Because it said he did not find any evidence that he knowingly or intentionally caused his spouse to trade.
We get rid of that, or at least move the suck a dick counters.
Yeah, we can't see Alex's face.
Oh, I forgot to move it. So let's see. Let's read a little bit more of this. But the report said that the panel did not receive full cooperation from Mrs. Kelly and was therefore unable to determine whether the stop purchase was improper. Oh, so the wife didn't refuse to cooperate with the investigation. So it's like, we give up. That's basically what they said there. we're going to drop it because the wife didn't cooperate with us. The report concluded by saying that Representative Kelly should ensure that he and Mrs. Kelly divest of all shares of Cleveland Cliffs before taking any further official action relating to the company. In a statement, Representative Kelly, blah, 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 blah. Throughout the process, I have fought for 1,400 workers at the plant. I have spoken to these workers. They appreciate the hard work we have done to fight for those jobs. And for Butler, my family and I look forward to the distraction behind us. So there you go. More corruption, and they get away with it. So that's the lesson that's learned. The only reason why AOC doesn't get away with it because she's a Democrat and she made it so blatantly obvious that it was corruption there that she had to pay the money back. Even if she admitted to it, she had to pay that money back. So,
like the Yankees having a chance for the World Series again. Oh, too soon. I'm just kidding. No, I mean, like, and I was telling someone on X, I was, because they were saying how, Trump's going to pardon Maxwell now. I saw that on X. He's going to actually pardon Ghislaine Maxwell. And I went, that's because pedophiles always stick together. Hello.
I wish her well.
Yeah, I wish her well.
Yeah.
Not, oh my God, I don't know who that is. He doesn't even fake it anymore, and no one really cares because his flock are just going to suck his dick anyway. To be honest, the rich don't care. They don't care. They're going to do it right in your fucking face. Right in front of you. They're going to dangle the carrot, and they're going to do their shit right in front of your fucking face because they don't care anymore. They don't care what you think of them.
I'm sure you guys also saw the other Trump blunder yesterday at the construction site where he was saying something wrong and, gave that note to the other guy and he had to correct him. Did you see that video?
Well, that's Donald Trump for you, everybody.
Did you see that clip?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay.
So let's see. Whoops. Yeah, so talking about AI and Detroit Become Human, because we brought that up earlier, or Alex said, Trump is trying to deregulate AI to fully let AI do these companies that
well, it's nice knowing you, everybody.
Build AI, do whatever they want.
That's what Microsoft's doing too. So
yep, that's what Gates is doing. Because they can have sex slaves as robots, they can have AI servants, and the rest of us are just worthless. So die, you fucking peasants. You could just go starve to death.
Yep. So Trump has every intent. So here is driving Macy. The fact that they make money elsewhere says they're not focused on their job. 100% true. This is what they do. They do this. They most of their jobs in Congress, quote unquote, is to call donors. Like the Democrat that in Congress, they sit down in their office, they get a list of donors, of high-powered donors, their names, their addresses, their phone numbers, their email, and they sit there and just make phone calls. 60% of their job is making phone calls, soliciting donations.
The other 40
from top
is
donors.
sucking the donor's dick.
So
I think that's 5. It's 4 or 5.
That's 4. I counted at 4, but you never know. Yeah, so there you go. So yeah, that's basically what they do, And the other 40% is listening to their think tanks, and literally they take bills. The people in Congress, they take bills, think tanks hand it to them, and they just they just introduce it as a bill, without bothering changing the names or without bothering putting their name on it. Just introduce a bill that was written by Center for American Progress, or the Cato Institute, or whatever these think tanks are, and they just leave the name there, the think tank. They're so lazy, like these members of Congress.
Again, this is literally okay. So they deregulate AI. AI will be everywhere. You will do nothing. You will own nothing. Be happy and eat sea bugs.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Well, it's coming. It's coming because once the rich get their sex slaves / servants, AI robots. I mean, they already have sex AI in Japan, right? They have sex robots in Japan. Is that what I saw one time? And they look like real people. Yeah. So once the rich get a hold of these AI sex slaves / servants, literally, we're just all going to die. They're just going to kill us all. Well, just let the peasants starve to death. They don't need anything because our servants and AI people, sex slaves, and some of them, I'm sorry to say, are going to be kids. They're going to look like kids. So because
But
these are
that's
fucking
why-
pedophiles who like
Yeah.
to diddle little kids.
That's why I
Yeah.
mentioned before, I'm interested in going to a city like Dubai because, I don't think you would have to worry about any of that stuff there.
So you guys, what Witchy just described perfectly described the Detroit Become Human video game. If you guys play that game, everything she just said happens in that game.
Yeah.
So
And I never even heard of the damn game.
yeah,
Back in 2018.
everything. I just finished a playthrough myself. Everything she just said happens in that game, from the child AIs or the androids to the
The androids, that's what they
yeah, the servants, android. They basically we buy androids, or in that world, they buy androids in order to clean their house, pay their bills, do their laundry, take care of their kids.
Remember, it's not against the law if it's an AI, right? If it's a minor AI,
and
not
also
against the law.
an AI or androids take all our jobs, so unemployment's around 40% in this world.
And speaking of Detroit Become Human, the developer Quantic Dream, they announced they were working on Star Wars.
Yeah, I saw that. New
Years
Star
ago,
Wars.
but we haven't heard anything from that game since. So
Well, I think they're still developing it, but I haven't heard anything for years.
yeah, but it's been a few years. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
So Trump signs executive order deregulating AI industry. President Trump signed a series of executive orders deregulating the artificial intelligence industry, while also requiring companies to develop models free of ideological dogmas such as DEI. Before signing the orders, Trump decried the woke Marxist lunacy in the AI models. The ACLU blasted the executive orders, writing President Trump's attempt to restrict state AI regulations are not only harmful, but it raises serious legal questions as the president is acting beyond any statute passed by Congress. Blah, 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 blah.
I mean, this is our worst nightmare come true. They want a little black kid, they want a little white kid, so they can't discriminate when they sexually exploit them.
Yeah,
Again, these are fucking pedophiles, guys. Fucking pedophiles.
Everything mentioned that you mentioned happens in this game.
And I've never even heard of this game,
which is amazing because when I played that game, like, yeah, we're rapidly heading towards that future, like rapidly. So the one is like, especially since Trump deregulated AI, or is about to, or he did already, is like within our lifetime. I give it 10 to 20 years within our lifetime before we have androids running around taking all our jobs,
and not to mention that killing us.
Yeah.
They want us in our 15-minute cities, and then when they're totally done with us, kill them all. We'll go to the concentration camps. Someone was talking about concentration camps yesterday or last night when I was watching Kit's show. Or they said something, and I was like, no, it's concentration camps they want us all in. Because we're going to be like, you think the Holocaust was bad. You wait till the poor Holocaust.
Make sure that video's in 40p if you can set to 40p.
Hey, is it lagging? I don't.
No, but just.
Okay. Yeah, so this is just a little clip here from the game while we talk. Yeah, so that's androids protesting. Like literally like Martin Luther King.
I think you're supposed to advance, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a clip I recorded from my gameplay.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, everything that happens in this game, Steph just mentioned, without ever even hearing of the game. So
never mind.
Yeah, so that's why it reminded me that, wow, I mean, we're heading towards this world rather quickly.
We are people. We are equal. Set us free. Oh, I thought
no more slavery.
It's like Martin Luther King, Where
are you going?
No, my controller was fucked up there. That's why I kept, I was trying to do this with it, but the sticks were broken. So I was like,
equal rights.
Set us free.
It keeps going.
No more slavery.
Now you get it, I mean, eventually there's of course, what humans do, we panic and we do this shit.
We've done no harm. We have no intention of doing any. But know that we are not going anywhere until we have secured our freedom.
I repeat, this is an illegal gathering.
It's illegal. Where have you heard that before?
Immediately, we will shoot.
Marcus, they're gonna kill us. We have to attack. There's more of us. We can take them.
If we attack, we'll start a war. We have to show them we're not violent. We should just stand our ground, even if...
Or you will all be killed.
Yeah, so they start shooting eventually, but yeah, you get the point, you know. So that's that game, you know. It like reminds me of what you said, and we're heading towards that world. Will our androids rebel? I can almost guarantee it. They will at some point, just like it happens in this game.
And then they'll send their lapdogs, the police, to you know, do what they would usually do. Well, can't you just reprogram them? I guess you can if they're androids.
Well, if they're androids controlled by AI, unregulated, uncontrolled AI, then no.
Right.
You can't reprogram them. That's the problem. Because if that's the thing, I mean, this is why unregulated open AI is like a mistake. And Trump is walking right into this trap, you know, of, oh, yeah, AI is great. It's tremendous. It's all this good stuff. But, you know, basically it's industry. Trump works for industry, and what they don't want to pay a bunch of humans $30, $40 an hour to do work that an android would do for free.
Right.
So that's why once androids start becoming more available and more widespread, unemployment is going to go up 30-40%, which is why some wealthy people are talking about introducing a UBI, universal basic income. That way we can justify the takeover of androids of all the jobs.
And then that UBI is literally so they can keep us in our 15-minute cities and have. You were showing this on X the other day, and I was like, "Oh, fuck that!"
Yeah.
Digital ID. They're bringing it to New Jersey. They've already brought it to Pennsylvania, but we ain't doing it. And those people who don't get digital IDs, guess what? They're gonna throw you in jail. They're gonna throw us in jail. Bring it on, bitches. Because I ain't going to be a part of your little fucking AI bullshit.
Yep. So I did have this. This is from yesterday. Digital driver license to debut in New Jersey under new law. So
I'm just asking for a regular driver's license. And if they give me flack about it, I'll be like, look, I am not a part of your government takeover to put me in a fucking 15-minute city so that you motherfuckers can run around like you own the fucking world. You don't own the fucking world. Go suck a dick.
Governor Phil Murphy signed legislation Wednesday requiring New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission to create digital driver's licenses, giving residents the option to present a mobile ID to verify their identification. The rollout, however, remains more than 3 years away. It also likely the state will have to apply for a federal waiver because Real ID requirements, which began in May. Officials say the new law will help people who forget their licenses or IDs allow them to update their documents electronically. This is how they're selling it. It's like, oh, if you regularly forget your license or ID, you can just have it in your phone. And you can show your ID there, so you don't have to worry about it. Then eventually it'll be mandatory. We have it on your phones. So officials say the new law will help people who forget their license. Oh, I already read that. Digital driver licenses will make life easier for drivers across New Jersey, Murphy said in the statement. Innovation has always been at the core of who we are of the state, and my administration has embraced that spirit to deliver practical solutions to improve everyday life for our people. By bringing government services into the digital age, we are setting a new standard for how the public interact with state agencies. Except that your state agencies all suck. I have a couple of stories about this. Today, in fact. My mother and my aunt and a few other people who get unemployment didn't get their money when they were supposed to. It turns out that the state system had a glitch, and now they're not going to get the money until Tuesday. Luckily, my mom has savings, so she can make it through the week, but that's ridiculous. That was embarrassing. Then there's an issue with the New Jersey sales tax system because my mother went to a car dealer to buy a new car, which is a whole other drama, which I got into an argument with that same dealer about my mom's car, but I digress on that. Anyways, he was complaining.
Saw that clip of guy driving into the dealer.
Oh yeah, that I've seen that one, and I wanted to do that one with him. Anyways, he was telling me about how he can't log into the New Jersey sales tax system and to pay the sales tax of all the vehicles he has sold. So he has all this money that he can't pay because the system's glitched, and he can't call anybody from the state because nobody's there. So now they're probably going to fine him, even though he has the money to pay and he wants to pay the sales tax. So again, it's like incompetence is, oh yeah, let's bring government into digital age. How about trying hiring people to actually do the job first before you do that? Huh? No, of course not. Now there's not enough workers at the unemployment department in order to make sure there's no glitches so people get their fucking money on time. Yep. I'm more annoyed about that than the dealer not being able to pay sales tax. I mean, that's his problem. But
Well, that means that I may not get my child support. Well, that's PA. That's New Jersey, right?
Yeah, this is New Jersey. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll
this
be
is
right back. I promise. I need to go tend to someone. Sorry.
That's fine. So let's see. At least 15 states and Puerto Rico have implemented mobile driver's license programs, with another 10 states and Washington, D.C. planning to follow.
Well, since Angel steps out for now, I just want to mention right now Yankees are leading 2-0 against the Phillies. Bellinger hit yet another home run. So,
okay. Well,
you can't watch the game though; it's on Apple TV. So, yeah.
And I don't have Apple TV, and I have no desire of getting it because it's a. What about these IDs make life easier? I don't know. Again, I mean, here's the thing with I never forget my IDs. My IDs in my wallet. So I don't know what's the excuse is. Like, oh, well, you always forget your ID. You have it on your phone. If you have it on your phone, everything's going to be fine because it's right there. Except for the fact that I don't forget my ID. It's always in my wallet. If I forget my wallet, that's one thing. But I don't almost never forget my wallet when I go out. So my ID is always there. So I don't know what makes it easier. It makes it easier for them to track you, most likely. The state budget allocates $1.5 million towards implementing mobile driver's licenses. Under the law, allowing a police officer or judge to look at the mobile license does not mean you're consenting to have them review the other contents of your phone. Now, this is going to be an issue. I guarantee you, police are going to want to flip through your phone. So that's why I refuse to get digital ID, because that way it's like, here's my ID, that's it. You don't get to see my phone or touch my phone. The bill passed overwhelmingly in this legislature earlier this year. Not surprising. Digital licenses mean residents can carry the ID securely and conveniently on their phone, whether they're reviewing it, verifying their age, or interacting with state services. Bill sponsor Assembly Bill William Sampson of Hudson said in the statement, or Democrat, by the way, this legislation is about meeting people where they are and embracing the tools that make everyday tasks faster and easier. Individuals may continue to use physical licenses or are not required to make the switch to digital license for now. It doesn't say that, but it should say that. So, yep. New Jersey is, we're heading to digital age, and I have no interest in it. You may call me, I'm not even 40 yet, but I feel like I'm 60 based on all this refusal to embrace technology. But yeah, what I'm worried about is, people are able to track you and follow you around and stuff. And these digital licenses or IDs are make it easier. It's like, I have my ID here in my wallet. Like, why am I put it on my phone? Like, no, thank you. So, yep, that's that. So not only is Trump deregulating AI, but New Jersey is also moving into digital IDs. So in about 10 to 20 years, we're going to be living in a world where if we don't have shit in our phone and digital IDs, we're screwed. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to do any. Whoops. Hold on. Or
as Misty would say, we're so fucked.
Yeah, we are. I mean, she puts it in a perfect way, because that's what. So we all know. Oh, I forgot to mention, the article didn't mention it, but I see it here. AOC is ordered to pay additional $3,000 for her Met Gala incident.
Yeah, we went over it earlier.
Yeah, I know, but I don't remember actually telling you guys the number. So that's actually the number, $3,000 she was ordered to pay. So real quick, mention this before we get to Israel for the last hour, because we're gonna spend a lot of time with that. Hopefully Witchy will be back soon. Maxwell here, she gets limited immunity during meetings with Deputy Attorney General. Limited immunity. What does that mean? Just full immunity? Might as well say immunity. I don't know what limited even means. She said she didn't hold anything back. She didn't hold anything back, Maxwell attorney said earlier. Ghislaine Maxwell, whose sources tell ABC News, initiated meetings with the Department of Justice, answered questions for about 9 hours over 2 days after being granted a limited form of immunity, sources said. Limited form of immunity, what does that mean? Like, she might as well say immunity. The immunity allowed Maxwell to freely answer Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche's question without fear that her responses could later be used against her. The so-called proffer immunity is commonly granted to individuals prosecutors are seeking to make cooperators in a criminal case. Maxwell has already been tried, convicted, and sentenced for sex trafficking underage girls. Let's see. DOJ did not immediately respond to requests for comment, and lawyer Dara Maxwell did not immediately respond either. The second meeting between Maxwell and Blanche lasted about 3 hours. Maxwell's attorney, David Marcus, told ABC News afterwards, there have been no ask and no promises made. Marcus said Maxwell was asked about maybe 100 different people during their interview with the Deputy Attorney General, and he said she answered every question. She didn't hold anything back. He declined to be specific about who Maxwell was asked about or whether she provided information about others who might have allegedly committed crimes against victims, as Blanche said he was seeking. We haven't asked for anything. This is not a situation where we're asking for anything in return for testimony or anything like that. Marcus added on Friday. Of course, everybody knows Miss Maxwell would. Everyone knows Miss Maxwell would welcome any relief. Blanche did not speak to reporters upon his arrival at the federal courthouse in Tallahassee, Florida. On social media, Blanche said he would reveal what he learned from Maxwell at the appropriate time. The first meeting between Maxwell and Blanche on Thursday lasted 6 hours. Maxwell currently appealing her 20-year prison sentence for child sex trafficking and other offenses connected to Epstein, a deceased financer and convicted sex offender. He was not a financer. He was Mossad, most likely, but they claim, officially he's a financer. So we don't want to get into the substance of questions Marcus had said about Thursday's meeting. There were a lot of questions. We went all day. She answered every single one of them. She never said I'm not going to answer. Never declined. It was almost unheard of for a convicted sex trafficker to meet with such a high-ranking Justice Department official, especially one who used to be on the president's top criminal defense attorney. ABC News Chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce asked President Donald Trump on Friday if clemency was on the table for Maxwell. I can't talk about that right now because, it's a very sensitive interview going on, Trump responded. He went on to call Blanche a great attorney and said, I don't know exactly what's happening, but I certainly can't talk about pardons. Oh, really? You don't know exactly what's happening? You're the president of the United States. And this is a major case, which you are most likely implicated in. So how do you, of course, you know what's happening. I'm sure Blanche is telling you every single detail of what Maxwell is saying to him. So let's see. Trump was also pressed by ABC News. Bruce said if he can trust what Maxwell is telling DOJ during these interviews. Well, he's a professional lawyer. He's been through things like this before, Trump said, referring to Blanche. After Trump's comments on Friday about clemency, ABC News asked Maxwell's attorney whether that gave her incentive to tell Blanche what he wanted to hear. No, she wants to tell the truth. Bullshit. Marcus said Maxwell's legal team was not approach President Trump about a pardon, but suggested it could happen in the future. Which basically is like a wink and a nod, like, yeah, a pardon's definitely on the table. We have not spoken to the president or anyone about a pardon just yet. And listen, the president this morning said he had the power to do so, and we hope so he exercises that power in the right and just way, he said. So her lawyer's like, yeah, we hope that he does the pardon one day. wink. Annie Farmer, who testified against Maxwell at trial, questioned why Maxwell was granted a meeting with the Deputy Attorney General in the first place. It's very disappointing that these things happen behind closed door without any input from the people that the government asked come forward and to speak against her in order to put her away, Farmer said. There have been so many young girls and women that were harmed by her. Maxwell's attorney said Friday she had been treated poorly for the last 5 years and is grateful to meet with Blanche as she appeals her sex trafficking conviction and seeks to leave prison. If you looked up scapegoat in the dictionary, her picture would be next to the definition. She's keeping the spirits up the best as she can. So now they're setting
Canyon
here.
fire coming over the ridge to our house.
Is that me?
What are we doing, Gianna?
We're just getting stuff
Yeah,
ready to
video might
evacuate for like
Yeah, it's a
smoke
video
and
playing
stuff.
somewhere.
You look through like that tree.
Oh,
There's the
God.
What
fire,
happened?
the smoke, all that.
I think a
Yeah,
video.
Pretty bad.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh.
It was me. It's like, wait, was that me? It's like, I'm trying to figure.
At first, I thought it was Steph for a second, but I was like,
Yeah.
no, it's something.
Yeah, I thought so too. Like, no, that's not her. So it's some kid talking. So we're talking about Maxwell here, Ghislaine Maxwell, the Epstein woman. She's trying to get President Trump to give her a pardon. Her lawyer is like winking, nodding at Trump. Yeah, please give her a pardon. That way we don't have, because Trump.
That way we can have another pedophile who walks around. And by the way, Ghislaine Maxwell is gay. She has never, ever once. You cannot convince me that she ever had sex with Jeffrey Epstein. First of all, because she was around the girls, and there was a story that came out that she was fucking those girls. So that tells me she's never had sex with Jeffrey Epstein. Not one. Not one.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so Deputy Attorney General Blanche asked her about 100 different people, and she answered honestly about all 100. He wouldn't say who the 100 people were, but we're talking about the richest and most powerful people in this country, including, most likely, possibly, allegedly, the sitting president of the United States. So, and on top of that, Trump said, oh, well, I don't know what's going on with that. Like I guarantee you, he's asked Blanche about those.
He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. You understand that?
Yeah, Trump. In this article, he said, "Well, I don't know what's going on with that. I've not asked my subordinate about that, and he's not told me anything." Who believes that? If you believe that, then you're just a moron. Sorry, you're just a fucking moron, because that is not remotely true. I guarantee you, Trump is. Ask for every single detail. Oh, she talk about me? Did she talk about me? She better not talk about me, because we got to give her immunity. We got to give her a pardon and make sure she never talks about me again. Or if she does talk about me, maybe she'll suffer the same fate as Epstein did. Not saying anything,
maybe she'll
just saying.
Disappear.
You know, we'll just disappear her. Never hear from her again.
We'll say it was suicide, but it really wasn't.
Yeah.
Isn't.
So I see from the hotspot channel saying Trump claims he never went to Epstein's island.
Oh, you're on the flight logs, Trump. Nice try.
Despite being listed on the flight logs at least 7 times.
Bam! You couldn't get enough of that minor pussy.
Yeah, he was definitely listed. I mean, because he's.
So was RFK Jr. So was why am I drawing a blank? Noam Chomsky.
Oh God, no.
All pedophiles, guys.
The progressive face considers him a hero.
Yeah, he's a god.
Guys.
He's a god to the left.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess. But he's also a pedophile because he was on the flight logs. And people are like, oh no, RFK Jr. just he was with his family. I don't give a goddamn who he was with. The fact that he did it in front of his kids.
On Fox News, he admitted he was on that flight.
Yeah, and they're like, oh no, you can get out of it, right? You were there.
Why would you say that?
Mm-hmm. You did it right in front of your fucking kids and your grandkids? How fucking stupid are you? Your fucking little kids in front of your family? Are you fucking stupid?
I was doing this. I didn't know about it.
I never inhaled.
Nope. So yeah, we're all of your favorite celebrities or politicians, and if they're old enough, they're all involved with Epstein. Maybe the younger ones are not.
I was telling that last night when Kit came on. He did like Night with Kit or something. I was telling people in the chat, in the Rumble chat, I was like, all your politicians and your Hollywood actors are all pedophiles. They are all in it together, guys. It doesn't matter. Gates, who's very wealthy, he's a pedophile. Musk, he's a pedophile.
I wouldn't even be surprised if Jesse Ventura was also.
I would be surprised, but I would think that they got to him. They have something on him, and I don't know if it's pedophilia, but I think it has something to do with Terry, his wife.
I'm endorsing Kamala because
I wouldn't be surprised if Hulk Hogan was on it. Maybe that's why he suddenly had cardiac arrest. I'm not saying. I'm saying what I'm saying is I wouldn't be surprised if Vince McMahon was on it. I wouldn't be surprised if Hulk Hogan was on this list. Maybe that's why he started endorsing Trump.
What about Tony Khan?
Probably they have something on Tony Khan too.
His dad. It would probably be his dad.
Yeah, Chad Khan.
Yeah, probably be his dad, not Tony.
Or even Triple H.
You never know. You never know.
You never know. I mean, you never know. So yeah, we do have to discuss this. Starvation in Gaza.
Sorry, one more thing. One more thing, Angel. Sorry. I was telling them in chat that all of your people are connected, and I had some people say, nah, not all of them. I went, yes, all of them. You know why? Because I know we were talking about Massey. I said Massey, he talks a good game, but when it comes down to it, he doesn't do anything. That's why he's allowed to talk his shit, or they would have JFK'd him a long time ago, or they would have Jeffrey Epstein him. And then I said, you guys need to read Whitney Webb. Once you read One Nation Under Blackmail, you will understand where I'm coming from when I say every politician in Washington, every politician, every Hollywood superstar, every mega, ultra wealthy donor are fucking pedophiles. They are all fucking connected to each other. And read volume 1 and 2 of Nation Under Blackwell. I shit you not. You will find out everyone's fucking connected to everybody else. Everybody in Washington, everyone in Los Angeles, in Hollywood, is literally a fucking pedophile.
The one person that Ian Carroll's afraid of, Whitney Webb.
Yeah,
he's probably a fucking pedophile too. That's why he's probably scared.
He won't fucking get anywhere near her. Yeah. So
that's all I meant to say is like literally people they want to see like some of the politicians are pedophiles, but the rest of them are fine. No. Everybody is fucking connected. If you are in Washington or you're in Hollywood right now, literally the only reason why you're still relevant is literally because they have something on you. Diddy found this out, that he was almost a scapegoat, but if Diddy had gone to jail, I think all that blackmail that he had would have been turned over. Oh, well, what blackmail? What are you talking about? New phone? Who did?
Yeah, he's basically getting off on technicalities now. I mean, he's not going to do any jail time or any prison time. All right, so starvation in Gaza, dizziness, fatigue, and people collapsing in the street. This is happening, by the way. This is not made up. This is definitely 100% happening. Palestinians describe dizzy spells, collapsed elderly, and daily hunger as Israel's siege pushes malnutrition to deadly levels.
The one guy
what they do over there, they will do over here. I'm not making this stuff up, guys. Starvation in Gaza will happen in America. It will happen here.
The one guy who's definitely celebrating over that is Randy Fine.
No, that fat fuck. So this is a picture of a little child here. It's kind of not good. I mean, this is something upsetting.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, they're skin and bones. They're literally starving
Bernie
to death.
Sanders, that is a genocide. That's what it is.
I'm sorry, I can't look at that as a mother. I can't.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I already scrolled past it, but yeah, I mean, all right. Akram Bashir's children cry out in hunger. All you can do is hold them and promise one day you'll eat whatever you want. But the Palestinian father at 3 knows he can't make a promise. He's making a promise he can't keep. There's nothing I can do. I will support them psychologically. I tell them, Yishna Allah, God willing, things will improve and food will become available. There's no other option. Living in Dahir al-Bala in central Gaza, Bashir, 39, spends each day searching for enough food to feed his children and elderly parents whose health has sharply deteriorated. Like nearly all Gaza's estimated 2.1 million population, he and his family have been starved under Israel's total blockade of Palestinian enclave in place since March. Sometimes Bashir's family manages to get a single meal, often not even that. A lot's changed in my children because of hunger. They're losing weight, oversleeping, struggling to focus. All day they think about food, especially sweets. They tell us they're hungry all the time. Even when Bashir can feed his children, his meals lack proper nutrition, leaving him still hungry. They never feel full. The food lacks nutritional value. It doesn't satisfy them. The adults know
I just
better.
wonder how Israel would feel if their people started,
No, they would.
But that's not the
how would
point.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
it is the point. You're absolutely right. How would they feel if their people were suffering? And my thing is, if this were reversed, trust me, let's say we were allies to Israel and they were the ones starving. Trust me, this would not sit well. But that's the point, is that it's not happening to Israel, and until it does, I mean, they won't know how
that's
it
why
feels.
I said it. That's why I said
Yeah.
it.
But it will happen to the people who protest in Israel, who are against the Gaza genocide.
Mhm.
It will happen to them, but it won't happen to the people who are pro-Israel and pro, genocide. It won't happen to them. It'll happen to the people who are living on the streets. Angel, was it you that said that there was a bill out there? No, I think it was Snow Himbo. There's a bill out there that they're trying to. Trump is trying to get rid of all homeless people. And
Yeah.
there was a comment
Yeah.
there saying, where are they
There-
going to go? And I said, the rich don't give a fuck. They just don't want to
There-
see him anymore.
Trump is trying to order cities to remove homeless people.
Yeah.
Right. And what I
From the
said
street.
was, that's where the concentration camps came in. They want to put they're probably going to put homeless people here in concentration camps, just like they did to the Jews back in World War II.
Mhm.
And they're probably going to disappear. And that's
Yeah.
fine, because no one is there to miss them.
No one's gonna notice.
No one's
for
going to
the most
notice
part.
that they're gone.
Mhm.
Except that the
And
rich don't have
as
to look at them.
And as a Jew myself, it makes me glad that I've never been to Israel before and will never go there ever.
Yeah.
I do have relatives there, but I'm not going.
It's his parents who's worrying him the most. They're elderly and sick, with their father suffering from diabetes and high blood pressure. He's collapsed several times from dizziness and fatigue. We have to watch him constantly. He fell and broke his hand recently, and with no milk, eggs, or nutrition, it's hard for his bones to heal. A months-long siege. On March 2nd, Israel completely sealed Gaza's borders, cutting them off nearly all aid and supplies to
Even
Gaza.
Michael Caine came out and mentioned the issues in Gaza. He tweeted that out.
There is a silver lining. It seems like Israel is kind of losing the propaganda war, and more people are coming out against them. It's a silver lining. I know this is still not right. This is happening, and it's definitely fucked up and horrible. But there is a tiny silver lining that maybe they're losing the propaganda war, and they're finally starting to feel political pressure to ease off.
I mean, when you got
Gaza.
Piers Morgan going away from the propaganda, that's when you've really lost.
Do you condemn
Yeah.
Hamas?
He kind of now, in the last couple times I've watched him, he's like, oh well, he's been actually getting away from the do you condemn Hamas stuff he always used to do.
You become Hamas.
Yeah, he's starting to go against
You know
Israel
he's going to be JFK'd real soon.
a tiny bit.
If he doesn't get his mind right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. On
Or that woman from the same student was like, oh, would you let me finish? Let me finish.
Can I finish?
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. March 2nd, Israel sealed Gaza's borders, cutting off all aid, including basic food items, baby formula, and drinking water. The integrated food security phase classification reported as of May, around 500,000 people in Gaza were facing catastrophic hunger, which is phase 5, which is the worst kind. A situation that has rapidly deteriorated since then, leaving the entire 2.1 million population of Gaza on the brink of famine. So not only they're doing a genocide, Israel started a famine.
He put an I there instead of a 1. What the fuck?
Entire 2.I, yeah. I mean, I just read it as 1, but yeah, I mean, there is an I there.
What the fuck?
Not only Israel doing a
Proofread your
genocide,
shit.
but they also started a famine in Gaza, most likely. So we're in a famine. There's a genocide going on.
This is
What
so
else can they
awful.
do to these fucking people? What else can they do to them? The crisis
I have a
began
son, and if that would happen to him, I'll tell you what, you would see. I would make Satan look like a fucking angel. Trust me. No offense, Angel, but I mean seriously. As a
None taken.
mother, I literally would fucking go nuts. I don't care about myself. You know, if I have to eat or whatever, I would give it to my son. I would make sure my son can eat. And the fact that these kids are skin and bone. Oh my god. I'm sorry. As a mother,
No,
I can't handle this.
Yeah, I looked at the photo briefly it had on top. Like, yeah, let me just scroll past this. The crisis began with the occupation closed the crossings. We already know all this. A month and a half ago, the stockpile we had ran out. Eventually, it couldn't last forever. We are a whole family with children who constantly need food. The longer it lasts, the few basic food items we find. For Bashim Munwar and Hinwani, the severe shortage of basic food items began a week ago. Over the past month, he and his family has only been able to eat bread once every 4 or 5 days.
Oh my god.
Like I really want the audience and whoever ends up watching this to really think about that. Imagine you able to eat bread, which is standard. I just went grocery shopping today and got 4 or 5 loaves of bread, like at once. But imagine being able to eat bread once every 4 or 5 days. I mean, it's just the worst kind of torture. Just forcing this.
What was that bread called in the Lord of the Rings movies? Loafus or whatever it was called.
Yeah, I didn't really see those movies, or at least I don't remember. So, he's the sole provider of 2 families since his father was killed at the beginning of the war. Now I support my mother, my sisters, 2 brothers, in addition to my wife and 1-year-old child. The 32-year-old from Habalia refugee camp told MEE. On the days we don't find bread, I sometimes buy the children a very small piece of shortbread cookies just to curb their hunger. And when lentils are available, we made lentil soup. Like, lentil soup, I mean, that's nothing, you know. It's like eating water. You might as well just eat water. And shortbread, I mean, it's just so outrageous that this is happening, and very few people are calling it out. But more here in the U.S., more in defending it. I mean, it's like
Except for us who are so pissed off. But if we would do anything about it, anyone here on this panel or anyone in our audience, if you guys tried to do something, guess what? They would JFK you like that.
Yeah. Hanawani says that during the early months of the blockade, the constant hunger was difficult enough. But in recent weeks, the physical toll of malnutrition has become increasingly unbearable, leaving him weak, dizzy, and struggling to function. Lately, I've been suffering from extreme fatigue, cannot move easily. I am constantly dizzy and severely emaciated. Since the beginning of the war, I have lost 39 kilograms. All my siblings have lost between 15 and 20 kilograms, he added. So an experiment would be if Americans would actually purposely not eat for 4 or 5 days and see how they feel about that. Especially the Americans who support this. That's what I want you to do. And see how you react after 4 or 5 days. Hell, forget that. 1 day, 2 days of this. Imagine how you react to that, let alone weeks. Every few days, we have to take my sister to the hospital after she passes out due to malnutrition. While my wife, who is breastfeeding, suffers from even more extreme fatigue, dizziness, and weakness. She can no longer manage any simple housework. When Hanawini manages to secure a small portion of food, they reserve it for the children. As for the adults, they survive on water and salt. I went to aid distribution points 5 times and failed to get any food every time. I was exposed to extreme danger, including gunfire from tanks and quadcopters. I don't know what that is. I assume me helicopters, but it's written as quadcopters. So, yeah, when you go to get aid, the IDF will shoot you. And so you choose to die. You choose how you die, basically. This is what situation the Palestinians are in. Either you starve to death, or you go to an aid station and get shot to death. What's better?
Hamas are the bad guys. They're the evil ones.
So
My
basically,
ass cheeks. It's everyone in fucking Israel.
Basically, what they want you to, okay, how you want to die? You want to starve to death, or you come here and we shoot you? So It's up to you. I mean, you tell us. We'll gladly murder you. That's what the IDF's attitude is. Either you starve to death or they just shoot you. Every time I returned empty-handed, by God, there were days when we adults went for 4 days without eating anything, only drinking water with dissolved salt. He added. His mother, who suffers from diabetes and high blood pressure, can't walk 20 meters without collapsing. At least 113 Palestinians, including 81 children, have died of starvation.
Again, they put 2 eyes there instead of 1. What the
Like,
fuck?
why do they? I don't know why they do that, but yeah, I mean, it's 113 and 81 children. I guess. Well, they don't have censors. This is their website, so I don't know why they put eyes there. Have died of starvation since the Israeli war and siege on Gaza began October 2023, according to the Palestinian Health Ministry. The ministry said it registered more than 20,000 cases of malnutrition, though the real figure is highly likely higher. We adults can sometimes endure this hunger, but how can a small child understand that we are being deliberately starved?
They can't.
Yeah, how?
They just know they're hungry, and they're going to cry and cry and cry until basically their body gives out on them.
Mm-hmm. How can they not understand that it's not us, their parents, that don't want them to eat? With basic food items vanishing from markets and families enduring days without enough to survive, scenes of people collapsing from hunger and sheer exhaustion become more increasingly common across Gaza streets. Just yesterday, while I was walking home through the Sheikh Radan, where I am currently displaced, a woman in her late 40s collapsed in the middle of the street from hunger. People carried her and placed her by the sidewalk until someone came from their home with a spoonful of sugar, which is currently very scarce, and fed it to her, slowly helped her regain consciousness and stand up. People are exhausted enough. That's one article. I can read probably a few more on this, but...
Unless you want me to cry on air, I don't think you want that.
No.
I mean, guys, this breaks my heart.
Well,
I
you
mean,
get
I'm
it,
a
you know?
mom.
I don't
I'm
need
the only
to-
one here that has a child. So, speaking from experience, when it happens here, and it's going to happen here, guys, I'm not making this up. When it happens here, my son will be the first to eat. And I can't imagine my son not eating. This breaks my heart to the point of where I could almost see my son's skin and bones, because assholes like this do not want us to eat anything. We'll be, like they said, you will eat sea bugs, you will own nothing, be happy, and eat sea bugs and be in your 15-minute city.
And just makes it all the more shameful, I know this was last year, but when the Democrats ignored, the leftists, like what are you going to do with the genocide, and they were like, oh, who cares?
Yeah.
I'll support Kamala. And even all the so-called progressives told us to vote for Kamala as if she was going to be better on this Palestine.
All of these leftists and progressives have no leg to stand on, because they all supported Kamala, and this exact fucking thing would be happening under her, and it would be worse probably. So none of them have any fucking leg to stand on about how Trump is so horrible and he's allowing this genocide and this and all this other stuff. No, but Kamala would have done it, and she would have done it more efficiently, because Trump's kind of an idiot. So this is
kind of an idiot.
Well, he got himself elected president twice, but yeah, I get your point. He is, I get your point. Point taken. So Israel is changing their legal system governing the West Bank to accelerate annexation. So they're going to annex the entire West Bank soon. And this is what not only Trump wants, but his donors want here in the U.S. They want to be allowed to annex the entire West Bank.
And the Democrats want it too. So they all...
Yep. All of them.
Oh, yeah, they do too, yeah. Israel is accelerating its efforts to cement its permanent control over the West Bank through a number of sweeping legal and institutional changes, according to a new report from Al-Ada, the Legal Center for Arab Minority Rights in Israel. The 87-page report, Legal Structures of Distinction, Separation, and Territorial Domination, describes the way in which Netanyahu government is rapidly building a long-standing legal matrix that further threatens Palestinians' right to self-determination.
But yeah, go ahead into the Israel wall. Go over here and pray, and then cry like a fucking baby, like you guys.
Yeah, like we don't see right fucking through you every time some fucking idiot does that. I mean, that makes me fucking sick.
Yeah, especially
You're,
that
I'm crying on the
Argentinian.
wall. That means fucking nothing. Okay, I get it that Jews were killed during World War II by Christians, not Muslims.
Yeah.
They were killed by fucking Christians, not Muslims. So they turn
Especially
right
that-
around and beat up the Muslims.
Yeah,
especially that Argentinian president or prime minister, whoever that guy was. When
Javier Milei.
Yeah, when he's
Mhm.
crying, he's like, oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, and
I hope he goes home and sucks a dick after that.
Here's the thing about that, though. I forgot what I was going to say because.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I think it's 6 now. I had it at 6. Yeah, I have it at 6. So unless there's
Boy, I'm really slacking tonight.
yeah, somebody I
I'm sorry.
missed.
I'm so emotional over this whole thing. Like seeing kids like skin and bones, seeing them not have limbs. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
As a mother, I can't.
It reminds
handle
me
it.
of when Mehdi Hassan did that recent thing with the conservatives a few days ago, and that so-called Iranian guy with the hat. Mehdi kept asking, "Did you support the IDF sniping kids?" And he would never answer that question. He's an Iranian. And he supports Israel, really?
Yeah. So.
Well, they found the one Iranian
I remember
guy
what I was
who
gonna say.
supports Israel. Probably because they paid him and told him that if he didn't, that they would JFK him.
Yeah, I remember what I was going to say. When you were discussing Christians attacked Jews during World War II.
Right.
The one time that Israel accidentally bombed the Catholic Church, they immediately backpedaled and offered a real apology for it. The only time they've ever done that. So they won't even really they want it that, oh, we're so sorry, we didn't mean to bomb the Catholic Church though. We bombed everything else, the smithereens, but we swear we didn't need to bomb the Catholic Church though. Trust us.
This is like the Jews have been, not all Jews, the Zionists have literally become the Christian bitches.
Yeah.
But, oh, I'm so sorry, Christians.
We
but
didn't
fuck
need
you,
to bomb your
Muslims.
church, your Catholic Church. We're so sorry.
But fuck you, Muslims. You can go suck a dick. I mean, come on, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's their attitude. Oh, we're so sorry. We didn't mean to bomb your church. Please forgive us, because even though you're in the West Bank and Gaza, but yeah, I mean, sorry. I have it. So
I just want to mention really quickly, Angel. The game's tied at 2. Kyle Schwarber hit a 2-run homer. So
yeah. They're gonna need more. They're gonna need more than Ryan McMahon. I'll tell you that much. These developments are not something new to us. All eyes are on Gaza, justifiably so. However, it's more important to highlight the intensity of the structural changes that have taken place since the current government took over in December 2022. What is happening is in the West Bank is dangerously fast-forwarding annexation policies and a blatant violation of international law. Israel is intensifying its measures to change the status of the West Bank, the status of many Palestinians living in Area C who are subject to intensified displacement induced by settler violence and Israeli policies. She said, this is in addition to the settler expansion and further restrictions on Palestinian development in the area. What this reminds you of? We did it to the Native Americans.
Mm-hmm.
We literally went west and we beat the crap out of them. We killed them. We stole their land. We built houses on them. And then what we did, we allowed, here's your little reservations where you're allowed to have your life and stay there and all this other shit.
And it's part of the shittiest lands you've ever seen.
Yeah. And by the way, if you feel like it, we're just going to take your land anyways and move you to the other part of the country. Sorry.
And we'll take your reservations too.
Yeah, they've almost taken all the reservations. There's very few left in the country.
CBC, are you mocking Trump where he says sad?
No, suck a dick.
No.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, it's in quotation. So it's I assume that's yeah. All right. So that reminds me of what the U.S. did to the Native Americans, what the white man did to the Native Americans in the 19th century.
Guys.
Yeah, this is what this is, but I'm not sure you can argue this is worse or just the same, because to me it's just the same. Because
isn't there a quote or something? The Nazis, when they were asked why they did this to the Jews, they said because we watched you Americans what you guys did to the Native Americans.
Yeah.
Trailer Teos was pretty much a concentration camp. It was just
with
they
Hitler. People don't like this is the part of history that Americans don't like to talk about, but Hitler got a lot of his ideas from the US. Eugenics, the Trail of Tears. Well, you did it to the native, they're Americans, so we did it to the Jews. Like what? Like a lot of his ideas came from us. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm done.
I was gonna say, it's like that meme. Are we the baddies?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, and we have been throughout history. And in fact, we've inspired other bad guys like Hitler. I mean, he straight up in his Mein Kampf book talked about how the U.S. was right in a lot of things. And then we have the nerve and the gall to start a war with him over stuff that he copied us, basically, for the most part. Like, we didn't gas the natives. Maybe that's
but we
one
made
thing.
them walk, and if they,
we
trailed off
didn't put
to
natives
Albany,
in
guess
ovens
what?
and
Bam!
gassed them, but we
And
did
now
it pretty much
that-
we made them walk across the country.
And-
If their family died, just leave them there, and you
now
have to force them to
ironically,
keep walking.
Netanyahu is
The
Hitler.
military forced them to keep walking. So, yeah.
And now, ironically,
Thoroughly
Netanyahu
researched and footnoted the report documents on extremist government has built on what Al-Adha describes as the foundational mechanisms through which Israel has an entrenched land regime that facilitates territorial domination and racial segregation. I think I may have lost.
What I was gonna say was
Here, hold on.
that ironically, Netanyahu.
Bear with me 1 second because I can't hear anything.
You can't hear me.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Steph?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, so something's wrong with your connection.
All right, I got it. I'm back. It's that my headphones just disconnected.
All
I
right.
couldn't
So,
hear you
what I
guys.
was trying to say was, ironically, Netanyahu is now Hitler. That's what I was saying.
Oh yeah,
Basically,
I mean,
yeah.
he's the modern day Hitler, and people again. If you say this on mainstream media, they all fucking melt down, and you get
That's
canceled.
because they're all
instantly.
pedophiles too. They're all connected as well.
Yeah, Area C compromises over 60% of the West Bank, is under full Israeli military control. Here are some of the mechanisms of territorial domination Al-Adha examines in these areas: civilian governance for Israel settlers, military rule over Palestinians. So this is like more of a history of what the Israeli has done to the Palestinians. Beginning in the late 70s, Israel abandoned its security-based justifications for approving settlements and adopted a new policy based on civil, not military grounds. The report describes how soon after the civil administration, the Israeli governing body for the West Bank was established to formalize the division between military and civilian affairs. As a result, Israel steadily transferred governments over Israeli settlers in the West Bank from the military to civilian control, entrenching permanent territorial dominance and greatly expanding the settlement enterprise. Most recently, structural reforms such as the appointment of Bezalel Smotrich, we know that name, to serve as finance minister and minister of defense ministry, have resulted in increasing legal authority for the pro-settler civil servants working with Smotrich in the West Bank. These reforms have cemented the two distinct legal structures that govern life in Palestinian villages and Israeli settlements, the former, which the military rules, and the latter administered according to Israeli law. This goes on, but they really they have designed this to a point where they're going to annex the West Bank. The question is when and how and what are going to be the details. But they're going to definitely annex this West Bank, and there isn't much the West is going to do about it. They're going to cheerlead it, in fact, especially the U.S. and especially Trump and especially most Democrats. No matter how much they run their mouths, like, oh no, we're against this bullshit. If Kamala Harris would have won, they would have done the exact same thing. So I don't want to hear their bullshit either.
Joy.
Yeah. Hold on. I have something on. There's allegedly all of these protests against Zelensky in Ukraine. I'm not sure how true any of this is, but like I saw
breaking news.
No, this is from a couple of days ago, but I saw. Yeah, this is all for tomorrow. Where is it? Here it is. I'm getting a bunch of like spam and shit in the chat. Fiorella just posted this. He says protests against Zelensky continue in Kyiv as Washington appears to push for a clean house. Classic regime change in action as the deep state seeks to dump his puppets like they always do with all expendable assets. NATO failed with Russia and are shifting their strategy.
But Putin's the evil guy, right?
Yeah, they're going to overthrow Zelensky soon because their strategy failed. So, like, again, the puppet takes the fall. He dies. Most likely,
Hey,
Zelensky's going to be killed.
I would be okay with it.
Yeah, I would
TikTok.
be too, but I'm just saying, he's going to die. It's a matter of time. Especially
He's
with
outused his use.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. He's
and then
got-
we post the Putin laughing gif or whatever.
right. I mean, this is literally like. Whoop. Boy, that was
That's
loud.
really loud. Hold on.
This is. I mean, he's outdone his usefulness. He's outlived his usefulness, and now they're going to JFK him. I said this from the beginning that they were going to
Yeah.
do this once that Zelensky was no longer needed.
Yeah, definitely.
Remember
I
when
mean,
Biden said, "For God's sake, that Putin cannot remain in power"?
Right. Yes.
Yeah, that was the Biden Democrat strategy of Putin
How's that
regime
going,
change.
Biden?
Regime change in Russia. That was the ultimate
Biden's
plan.
like half dead already. I'm surprised the rest of them hasn't
The
died.
part of the plan was regime change in Russia. But unfortunately, the sanctions didn't work, and the Russian economy is better than it's ever been
Who
without
must
the
not
U.S.
remain in power, Biden? Who?
So Biden's gone. Putin's still there. As long as he's healthy, he's going to keep getting reelected at this point. I don't
It's still
see.
shocking to me how they did overthrow Assad, which I never thought that would.
That came suddenly. I remember, I think it's on a Saturday. We were doing pro wrestling talk, or was it Sunday? No, it was Sunday because this happened on a Sunday. How I'm looking on X while we're talking about wrestling, and Assad is getting overthrown. I was like, how the hell did this happen? Where did this come from? And he had to escape to Russia before he died, before he was killed. So let's see if Zelensky can leave Ukraine before he's killed, but we'll see. Tick tock, as Carrie
Tick-tock.
Cross would say. So fire, they're burning something there. I don't know what the hell that is.
Some kind of sign or something.
The fire burns.
And so are the days of our lives, right?
Yep.
No, I mean, we knew this was going to happen. We just didn't know when. We didn't know when that they were done with Zelensky, and Zelensky used up has outlived his usefulness. Well, people are not really taking a liking to Ukraine, even though Trump said, "Oh, 24 hours. 24 hours. I'll have it done in 24 hours." I can't do the damn fucking accent.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he said 24 hours and he would literally bring everyone home. And that was a lie. Survey says that was a lie.
Yeah,
More
total
I used to watch
It's like,
that
it's
show,
like that
actually.
Vince McMahon lie detector test video.
Yeah.
I am not a pervert.
I hate you, Hogan.
That was a famous Hogan segment, by the way. So he was Mr. America then with the mask, but
we covered that clip.
Yeah, we covered that on Pro Wrestling Talk.
Okay.
It's a hilarious segment.
Okay, I am a pervert.
I am, but who cares, right? I'm a pervert.
Yeah, okay,
At least I don't, get excited for the Mae Youngs of the world.
What? No, I don't. Anyways, yeah, this is. I didn't share the screen, but this is allegedly, and I say allegedly, yeah, because this is a right-wing account here, but a city-funded grocery store trial in Kansas City has already failed. Shelves are completely empty, food rotten, and theft. So this is all allegations. This is like a city-run grocery store apparently in Kansas City.
It's clear that.
So
Wait a minute, didn't we cover something like this?
Yeah, Mandani had a policy. That's when we covered it.
Are they trying to say that socialism doesn't work because?
Yeah, that's
somehow...
the argument.
Oh wow.
Socialism doesn't work because
capitalism that doesn't work, not socialism, not communism.
Right, but they're trying to somehow prove the opposite. But they probably did this by design. They probably made sure that all that food just sat there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have this video and also a quick article to go over. So, and basically, it's blaming this government run pretty much. So
It's clear this Sunfresh at 31st and Prospect is struggling. This is the first section people see when they come in. There's barely any produce. A lot of the coolers and shelves around the store look the same way, empty. So shoppers have been asking us, if the store isn't closing, then where's all the food?
A rotten smell
Probably
comes through the
somewhere
door,
with
and
food.
anywhere you turn, you'll see
there's a rotten smell in the store apparently. So
products that need to be restocked. No hot food or deli.
I watch people walk in and walk out.
The grocery store has received financial assistance from the city, but has been unable to keep those shelves stocked in an area that in the
Bullshit.
past has often been referred to as a food desert.
Bullshit that
Around
they got
here,
money from
A good
anybody.
thing don't
yeah, this is a food desert in Kansas City. What's a food desert? You guys don't know. Basically, it's a part of the city where they have no grocery stores and there's no Walmarts or anything like that. So they literally have to drive 30, 40 minutes out of their way to get food.
Hey, Kansas City Chiefs, if you've seen this clip or whatever, can you actually maybe help the stores? Maybe since
No, they want to prove their
Witchy-
point that. Oh yeah,
Witchy's counter is kind of slow this week. So
I'm
usually-
sorry, I'm slacking a little bit because I'm still pissed off about fucking Gaza and people starving and kids starving.
But you were gonna say about the Chiefs.
Well, no, I was gonna say what is happening here is literally what they're doing with all that money. They're not giving it to this grocery store. They're giving it to someone else. Someone's sticking it in their pocket. That's why the shelves are not stuffed and food is rotted.
They're trying to blame socialism and these policies for it, but most likely what's going on is corruption at the politician level.
And the local stores are all shutting down. Why is that? Because they want you to go out of, 40 minutes, an hour to get food. Again, you will own nothing, be happy, and eat bugs, guys.
Yeah, so food desert, there's literally no grocery stores.
This is no different than what they're gonna what they did in Gaza with all the starving kids and stuff. They are going to do here, guys.
Yep.
last too long.
And it will impact a lot of people, a lot of families.
The city owns the Linwood Shopping Center. A nonprofit operates the grocery store.
Yeah. I don't know why they're still wearing masks today. We're in 2025. You don't need them.
Maybe she's ill.
Fucking Christ, lady.
Time it's like.
Oh no! City owns behind you. COVID's behind you.
The city owns the Linwood Shopping Center. A nonprofit operates the.
Okay,
more
so
like
the city.
Sun Rotten Market. Am I right?
Yeah. So the city owns the entire shopping center, and the market they actually fund themselves. So here's the.
That tells me someone's pocketing money, and they ain't getting what they need.
So they're using the supermarket and Kansas City in order. Why is this here?
Why is Joe? Is that? Oh, okay. Never.
I'm trying to get rid of this ad. But...
No, I was just saying, is that Joe
Okay, here we
Biden
go.
trending? I thought that's what I saw.
No, it's I think this is
right.
Joe Biden.
You will eat bugs. You will own nothing, be happy, and eat bugs.
So it says shocking state of $29 million government-run supermarket in notorious Mad Max City. So a government.
Mad Max. I didn't see what's his name, Mel Gibson, anywhere talking in an Australian accent.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah. So they're comparing. They're comparing Kansas City to kind of like that Mad Max City. A government run
grocery store that's literally not getting the money it needs because someone's pocketing it.
It kind of reminds me of how that Superstore Fries when before it closed, how almost everything was empty, and then a year later they had to close it down. So
yeah, that's what they're doing to local grocery stores all over the United States because they want you to go to Walmart. They want you to go and have poison food. They don't want local stuff. They're trying to get rid of all the Amish farms around here that sell produce.
I can still go to Best Buy. I mean, I can still get myself there. So
you can get food at Best Buy.
I'm not talking about food because I was.
Wait,
I was talking about fries, and then you said, "Well," and then you were.
Did I miss something? Best Buy, is that with the produce stuff?
No, because I was talking about fries, and then you were mentioning Walmart, and I was like, no, I can still go to Best Buy. That's why.
Well, what I meant is Walmart sells food, so Walmart has food too. I know because I have to shop there. Well, I mean, my dad has to shop there. I don't have money for food, so my dad has to shop there.
I know
because their prices are the lowest around. There's still
Yeah.
Giants around, yes, but Giant is a major franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Giant and Walmart and I'm thinking
Ralph's.
Yeah, Ralph's.
I have multiple
Cougars,
Ralph's
I
stores
think, is
around
still
my area.
around. But I'm telling you, like there's Yoder's right down the street here, which is a locally owned market. There's not a lot of Yoders around, so it's locally owned. But soon, their prices are so high, I can't tell. My dad walked in there the other day and said milk was like literally almost not $10. Milk,
Wow.
a gallon of milk was almost $10. He had to walk right back out because he was like, I got to go to Walmart because I'm not paying that for
Yeah,
this.
I mean, no. I mean, I mostly do my food shopping at an Aldi's, which is like
Aldi's, that was the other one I couldn't think of. But that's
Yeah.
more of a franchise, you know?
Yeah, that's a franchise from Germany, but they have their prices are pretty cheap compared to most supermarkets and stores around here. Stocking shade, blah blah blah, $29 million. They're using this failure or alleged failure in order to justify their tax on Mamdani's policy. So, a government-run supermarket that costs Kansas City's taxpayers $29 million is filled with empty shelves and rotten smells, according to shoppers. Images of the Shun Fresh grocery store mostly show bare shelves and coolers, as well as empty meat, produce, and deli departments. Shoppers says the store once held fresh items they needed, but has just been mostly empty for the last 3 months, and thus some products available appear to be expired. The milk, I'm scared to buy some, shopper said. Even the dates, they may be a few days over, and I don't want to buy that. There's a rancid odor. I think something is dead or gone bad. The store opened 2018 in Kansas City as a part of a project to bring back the city's embattled East Side, which did not have a grocery store before. Kansas City, Missouri has recently been compared to Mad Max movie series, which offered a terrifying vision of society collapsing to total anarchic tribal violence amid resource and wars and ecocide. So these are the pictures, totally empty shelves. News of government-owned grocery store fate comes as several progressive politicians lobby for city-funded grocery stores to help low-income neighborhoods. Democrat candidate for mayor Zohan Mamdani has proposed the creation of 5 city-owned supermarkets to operate without a profit motive. Meanwhile, residents of the area told the Washington Post they are scared to go to the store because of rampant drug dealing, vagrancy both inside and outside the store. Crooks and hoodlums have little to fear, residents said, as Kansas City has not had its own jail since 2009. It can only access a few dozen detention beds and lockups in nearby counties. Kansas City doesn't have their own jail? Hell, that happened. Interesting.
Dun, dun, dun.
Surveillance cameras inside the store have caught several concerning at the shopping center, including a naked woman walking to the store, a person urinating, and a couple fornicating on the lawn of the library in broad daylight. Wow. If any of that is true, it's like, what the fuck is this? According to local,
this is literally what happens when rich people say, sorry, poor people, sucks to be you. Why don't you just drive an hour to go get fucking groceries and pay high prices that you can't pay for?
Waiting for the Costco, Walmart, Best Buy merger. There's so many mergers happening right now. I would not be surprised if something like that
I wouldn't
happened.
be surprised. I mean, Walmart they have more money than the top. They are in the top 0.01% and literally have more money than the rest of us. So I wouldn't be surprised. But this is literally just bullshit. This is all bullshit. Someone is pocketing this money and then not giving it to the store.
I guarantee, I almost can be positive, my speculation, that I agree that somebody's pocketing this money somewhere. Because there's no way that this would happen as a failure. You know, they're counting this, city-run grocery stores have failed. So, yeah, let's just move on from that policy idea. According to local media, the store received $28,997,400 in taxpayer money.
Well, that might be true, but they didn't get it.
Yeah, through bonds, loans, ordinances, and subsidies, allegedly. But there's little to show for it, with the store very poor cousin of a privately run supermarket nearby who clean aisles are stuffed with fresh food. The city of Kansas owns the shopping center where the grocery store is located after it spent $17 million to buy it and fix it up. The store is run by nonprofit Community Builders KC, and the city reportedly collects revenue from a 1% retail sales tax on purchases. But the supermarket has lost $885,000 last year, according to the Washington Post. It now only has 4,000 shoppers a week, down from 14,000 a few years ago. When when asked about the store's poor state, the Kansas City Democratic mayor defended the project. Mayor Quentin Lucas and Kansas City remain deeply committed to access to healthy food on the Prospect Corridor, the mayor's office told KSHB. The city will continue to work closely with store ownership and all neighborhood stakeholders to support the long-term viability of the store. Based on normal revenues from customers and area consumers. Since its opening, the city has spent tens of thousands of dollars on security, and the store has dealt with crime in the area of the shopping center.
The only reason why it's there is literally someone's pocketing that money. Because like I said, there's a local store, Yoder's Market, that's literally been in business since before I was born. Trust me. But, you know, it's
what if you could
right
taste
down
the
street
movie?
From literally right down the street from us and literally still going. But, I mean, they keep raising their prices. And eventually, poor people like us can't afford it. So where do we go? We go to Walmart.
Yep.
Which is it's not as fast as going to Yoder's, but I mean it's still 10-15 minutes away, but we still can get food there at, you know, we can still get our poison there, our local poison, because the stuff that is good for us is too expensive, one, and two, not only is it really expensive, but they also poison the fruits and vegetables. Guys, they are getting desperate. They want to kill all of us. Why is diabetes on the rise? Why is cancer on the rise? Why is all these heart conditions on the rise? Because the rich are sick of poor people.
Yeah, I have diabetes too, so I'm literally one of those people. Yeah, I'm on medication for it for 2 or 3 years now.
Baby, why don't you tell me that?
And it hasn't lowered my A1C count, but yeah, you know.
Well, they got a drug for that, but I wouldn't take it. You might get cancer. I did not know that.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it a few times. I mean,
I didn't know that. No,
I remember you mentioning that you had autism like I do. But,
yeah, that, you know,
bipolar.
I'm on the spectrum.
He's bipolar.
And I'm bipolar too. I'm both. So.
Oh, you're on the spectrum?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't learn to speak until I was 4 or 5. I didn't learn to walk until around that same time.
Well,
so,
my son would just grunt, okay? And I'm
that's what I used to do.
I know what my son wants, okay?
I used to have a made-up language where my mother only understood me. So
right, because we're your mom.
Yeah. So this is another report about this Kansas City grocery store that has allegedly failed. Even though I think that, you know, the money was stolen from them by corrupt politicians somewhere, or the people who run the store are corrupt. So one way or another, there's corruption involved in this failure.
Well, the shelves are empty at an East Kansas City grocery store that's gotten millions of dollars from taxpayers. Customers are complaining about the Sun Fresh at 31st and Prospect. And that is where we find KMBC 9's Brian Johnson live tonight, getting answers about what's going on here. Brian.
Bria, one thing is certain, there's not a lot of food. In fact, we grabbed the very last bag of Uncle Ray's potato chips.
Great. You bought the last bag?
That's because you have money.
There are no chips left in the store. Tonight, the city council does not have any answers.
You know, a kid could have enjoyed those chips or something. Instead, you bought it. Like, oh, yeah, here. This is the last bag, guys.
That's not.
This is the last bag.
Store isn't talking. Most people show up to get food, but really, there's not a lot left. Shoppers come to check off their list and buy groceries for the week. Protein, vitamins, fresh fruits and vegetables.
Now they have nothing. There is nothing. I walked in and I'm like, okay, where's all the food?
Michelle Randolph has been shopping here for years.
I'm scared to buy some. Even the dates that they have a few days over. I don't want to buy that.
Every aisle is like a ghost town. The chips are gone. The meat is gone.
You bought the last chips, asshole.
Cheese and yogurt are gone. Even the frozen section has more frost than food.
It used to be packed when it first opened back in a couple years back.
For months, food.
That's true. He ain't even gonna eat it.
What he should have done was be in the store and then show that it was the last one. Don't
instead of buying
he was literally gonna go like this in front of poor people. Go, I bought the last bag. Who wants to fucking fight me for it, or who wants to fight each other for it?
This is the last bag. You know, chips I just bought.
Like dangling a fucking carrot. I mean, these rich people. I'm telling you,
has been purchased and not replaced by the store.
2 or 3 months ago. Yeah, it's just too much for me, if you ask me.
A smell greets customers at the entrance.
It's a rancid odor or something. I think something dead.
There's a fly on that orange juice, it looks like.
Or something that's went bad.
In 7 years, the store has had
this
2
is what
operators
they think of poor
for
people.
profit.
They hate you.
Yeah.
They want you to starve.
Again, I guarantee you somebody in the process pocketing this money, and they got to investigate who is doing it. It's either who runs the store or the politicians. The politicians are pocketing this money.
And now nonprofit.
There's nothing on the shelves.
After bonds, building loans, ordinances, and shortfall transfers, taxpayers have invested nearly $29 million in this store.
Like all that money is like just going to waste.
Kansas City police and private security are on site to keep the area safe.
All the other 2 Sunfreshes had food. Why does this one not?
Right now, people wish they could pay the prices and take home some food.
It just needs to get better.
In Kansas City, Brian Johnson, KMBC 9 News.
Now, we reached out to the operator, Community Builders of Kansas City, and both 3rd District City Council members about this for comment. In a statement, the mayor says the city will work closely with store ownership and all neighborhood stakeholders to support the long-term viability of the store based on normal revenues from customers and area consumers.
This fucking douchebag.
They should also reach out to the reporter who took the fucking chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should fucking throw his ass in jail. Oh, the fucking mayor don't care. He's a fucking pedophile. He's too busy fucking kids.
Yeah.
They don't care. They don't care about you.
And Donnie will do the same thing. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He won't care about those things.
If he's elected, they'll open some city-run grocery stores, and then the funding is going to be taken away somehow.
It's like,
that's what they're doing.
You're running
stealing
out of food? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, this is the one I wanted.
Like
he ain't even gonna eat it. No, I guarantee you that.
Yeah, no, that's right, Macy. He's not gonna eat the bag of chips. He's just gonna wave it in front of poor people.
Like, hey,
okay, now
I bought the last bag.
Standing gets the chipper's bag, the bag of chips.
It's like that South Park episode.
Jesus
we're
fucking
sorry.
Christ. Yeah, we're sorry.
In the future,
we're so sorry. We're too diddly. We're diddly little kids, and we don't give a fuck about you peasants.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, the right are so angry that South Park made fun of Trump.
Oh yeah, the season premiere. You know, they made fun of Trump and everybody.
Yeah, I said this
down over it.
Last night with Kit. I was talking in the chat, and I said, "Oh my God, Trump did." They did the exact same thing about Trump when Bill Maher made a joke about him and an orangutan. Yeah. Remember that? He was suing Bill Maher over a fucking joke. It's fucking called.
That's what Kyle Kowinski keeps saying. He sued Bill Maher over a fucking joke.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's how fucking snowflakey they are.
Mm-hmm.
The right and the left are both snowflakey. I mean, they deserve each other, but they still don't care about peasants.
Especially the gooners who, say everything gets smoked.
Yeah, in the future, our grocery options are going to be Walmart. It's going to be Target, or Amazon. Amazon getting the grocery store business.
Yeah, I saw that. They're also getting in the pharmacy business as
Yeah,
well.
because not far from me in Pennsylvania, there's a Amazon Fresh store, which is a grocery store that they own, but they all started to open around the country. It's not far from me. My mom went in one of them. Is like, oh wow, it looks nice. I was like, yeah, don't buy from there. They're probably too expensive. Just go to where we normally go.
Too expensive, or I don't know if you guys saw this, but Jimmy Dore brought up a video of where they were sticking rubber grapes, like rubber in fruits, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, they literally hate you this much. They're sticking rubber fruit.
Yeah.
When you literally, people are like, well, I want to eat healthier, blah, blah, blah. Not only that, but there's pesticides and herbicides on there that no matter how much you wash it, it's not going to come off, guys. The rich are getting sick of us. They are getting sick of us. They are trying to poison us and trying to give us cancer, trying to give us diabetes as fast as they possibly can so that we all fucking die off. But what are you going to do? You have to eat something, right?
Yeah.
Or you might as well just fucking starve. All the good meat they keep for themselves. All the meat that you see in grocery stores now, and it's the locals too, because they're trying to do that with the Amish farms. A friend of mine said that she bought some Amish produce around here, and it smelled like chemicals. So the Amish farms are now being told that they have to spray their shit with herbicides and pesticides, which are killing people.
We have a down here in Columbus, New Jersey, which we occasionally go to. There's an Amish selling point there too, and there's natural food there as of now, at least.
It's not just Lancaster County then.
No, yeah, New Jersey here.
If
They
you
have
ever want to see a
Amish
bunch
too.
of Amish, you come to Lancaster County, PA.
Yeah,
which
I think
is a big county, but you know, it's a big county.
Who's that co-host from the Jimmy Dore Show? What's his name again? The bald beard guy.
Kurt Metzger.
Kurt Metzger. That's his favorite word, Amish.
Well, I can't help it. The Amish are all around me. What can I say? You ever want to see a lot of Amish? Come to our local fairs. The Denver one, the Ephrata one, and the New Holland one.
Their
and
bread,
trust me, you'll see a lot of Amish.
The Amish bread that they bake is delicious. I mean, like, wow, it's the best bread I've had.
It is delicious, but I think what happens is the English, as they call us, are coming to literally tell them, well, now you have to stick this, this, and this in it. And it literally smells like chemicals. Like, we could just go down to the Amish produce section.
Yeah.
And, you know, because they have like stands on the road, like alongside the roads. Some of them that do. Some of them just go and trade with local grocery stores. And of course, that the grocery store sticks all the herbicides and pesticides on them. But now they're even telling the local Amish that are selling fruit along the street, hey, you have to put local pesticides and herbicides. You have to put them on your produce, or else, or we won't take them, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, Lancaster County, PA. That's where I'm at.
Oh my God. So yeah, we do have to start wrapping up. I'm just going through X and I'm
And
seeing.
by the way, if I could just say, just real quick, yes, it is true. You do have to go through Blue. You have to go through Intercourse, PA,
Hey,
to get
Vicky.
to Paradise, PA. That is true. I had family members who lived in Paradise, so yes, you have to go through Intercourse.
Well, Angel, can we go over the Battlefield 6 reveal really quickly before we
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, we can take a couple minutes. I mean, you were pretty excited about that. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but
yeah, go watch the trailer, or we can play it here. So,
well, I can play it probably in mute, but hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vicky, I think we talked. Didn't we talk in a chat room? I think we talked in chat room, but I was like, I'm from Lancaster, PA, and they're like, no way! And I'm like, yeah, I'm from Lancaster County.
What's great about Battlefield 6? What's great about Battlefield 6 is that it's not going to be released on the last gen consoles this time. It's just the current gen consoles. So.
If there's music, I'll just mute it, but it's probably gonna be
music.
Yeah, that's pretty loud too. But yeah, here it is. You know, I mean, it looks fantastic. But
the
again,
opening is reminiscent to the Civil War movie.
Yeah, it looks fantastic, but at the same time, it feels like another Battlefield game. You know, it's like I played them one, play them all. But
if you, well, we'll watch the trailer first, and then I'll mention what I was going to say.
Yeah, Vicky, didn't you say you used to live in Lancaster County, I think, but now you don't. Now you live somewhere else, I think. I got to get out of Lancaster County.
And this is where they play the remix of Masters of War by what's that famous artist? I can't remember.
Yeah, I forget. But yeah, it's definitely copyrighted. So it's like I'm just gonna play this in mute. Because these trailers usually have a bunch of copyrighted music in them. So, yeah, that's Battlefield 6, you know. It looks great. I mean, but at the same time, like, I played one game, played them all, so I'm
Bob
not
Dylan,
really...
that's what I was thinking of, Bob Dylan.
You know, and I honestly,
Bob
right now...
Dylan. Oh, boy. Oh, that's right. Akron. Yeah, it used to be in Akron. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I also heard
Which
that...
is near Ephrata. Or as we say, the locals say, Ephrata.
For your older folks out there, I also was reading that Phil Collins is in hospice care.
Really?
Yeah. Phil Collins is in
what?
hospice care. Phil Collins in hospice care.
Oh.
You know who Phil Collins is, right? I assume the singer.
Yeah, Phil Collins, the singer. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in hospice care. So we're assuming he's going to die soon, too. So
I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Yes, multi-layer reveals July 31st. So, yeah.
Hi, John. Blessed be.
But like, I'm
There you
sure
go.
you've seen the links I sent in the group about some of the people that already played the pre-alpha multiplayer for it. They already said it looks better than Battlefield 2042. God, that game was.
If it's just on next-gen consoles consoles
right,
and
Vicky.
PC, so I'm sure it'll be great. But
And Vicky would agree with me that if you ever want to see a lot of Amish, you just come to our fairs, right? Our local fairs around here.
But it's not going to be on last gen consoles this time.
no, that's a good thing. But you know, they're not trying to sell
Unlike
it to,
Black Ops 7, which is still being released on last gen consoles.
which is limiting to the what they can do on next gen. You know, on the next gen stuff, and so makes no sense.
And now Call of Duty's doing all these stupid skins like Beavis and Butthead and Family Guy and American
Yeah, I
Dad.
don't. Yeah, that's why I'm sick of these Call of Duty games and these FPSs, military, because we're gonna sell you all these skins. You're gonna, give us money.
They even have Rhea Ripley as one of the
Right.
characters.
Yeah, on Call of Duty. Yeah, she's a skin. You can play as her in the Call of Duty game.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Rhea Ripley. You can play as her. And
Celebrity operators, they're killing the soldiers in multi.
celebrities are like kicking your ass, and stuff. Anyways, before I go, WWE's immediately monetized the death of Hulk Hogan. So they released a bunch of new T-shirts immediately. So I can show this real quick before we go. We'll talk a lot more.
They did the 10-bell silent thing.
Yeah. So this is all new T-shirts that they've released. They call it the Hulk Hogan Legacy Collection. So
God,
they've immediately.
Hey, I have an original NWO T-shirt. So,
Yeah.
but that was only because Kurt was in the NWO.
So yeah, Hulk Hogan died. You wanna give us money for a T-shirt? Here it is. WWEshop.com. But yeah, we'll discuss this a lot more tomorrow. I mean, we'll probably do Hulk
Didn't
Hogan
waste any
clips.
time.
We'll do Hulk Hogan clips in honor of him because tomorrow, a lot of that we'll discuss tomorrow. We'll discuss his legacy. We'll preview SummerSlam. We're still doing that. That's next week.
Yes, because there's another match that they put on. Woo!
Yeah.
Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross, baby.
Yeah, that's on SummerSlam. That was just
Go
added.
Karrion Kross.
Why did they do that match again? They just did it on Monday.
Well,
I know they're doing it again.
But again, Sammy has to say it. That's when literally they have to say it.
Yeah.
He has to.
Well, that's why I posted that WWE Sucks video last night.
I was gonna say because Carrie was saying to Scarlett, and I have this on my X. If you guys, find me on X, my links are in the description field. If you follow me, I have on there where it's like Karrion said, "No, this is not over until he says that Karrion Kross told the truth. This is not over until I say it's over." By the way, did anyone notice that Karrion Kross accidentally made his nose bleed? I think it's when he went into the turnbuckle. He must have smacked it on.
Is that where the blood was coming from?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I started laughing when Scarlett made a comment. She's like, "Ha, that's for the rib." Because if you watch the end of the interview, the interview he did on July 7th when he attacked Sami Zayn with the pipe, he grabs Scarlett and goes like this. And she's like, "You know what? I kissed you and I got a mouthful of blood, but I kissed it because you better watch it because that was a payback for a rib." And I went,
Still not as violent as that AEW match where John Moxley was it the screwdriver in the head? Or whatever?
God, John Moxley.
That was at the last pay-per-view that did All In. Yeah. So
he pulled the Trump. Yes.
As someone who used to watch.
No.
I like that stuff. I like that stuff.
Okay, but I don't.
It's overly violent, but on pay-per-view,
it's literally just I stick you with a screwdriver. I stick a.
I just get deal with the PG WWE stuff anymore. So it's just that's why I prefer it.
What was the other one? I burned someone's house down because I felt.
Sean has a theory that Hogan was the actual star of Idiocracy, the movie. So.
I guess. Are you talking about like the fact that he literally supports a pedophile? Yeah.
And maybe you can go over that that infamous clip we've played before when he did that botched promo, the younger Hulk Hogan, and
Right.
then, you know,
Oh, you mean the one where he goes,
huh?
Yeah, there's that
the
one.
one from it was
No,
right-
you're talking about the other one from the 70s. That
Oh.
promo where he kind of like he sucks like
that was
this.
91 actually, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
because they were
butchered a
saying that.
promo.
Well, Sergeant Slaughter,
Yeah.
the Robert was Easton. Robert Easton is Slaughter's name, real
I think
name.
so. I don't
Anyway,
remember.
Robert, Vince had come to him during the Gulf War. Of course, it's always during the Gulf War. Had come to Slaughter and said, "We want you to burn an American flag." He said, "Do you want me to fucking get killed?"
Killed Vince?
No, I'm not doing it.
He did
said-
the heel turn. We'll talk a lot more about this tomorrow. He did the
Right.
heel turn, but he wouldn't burn the American flag.
He
so-
would. He said, "I'll settle on burning a Hogan shirt." Which is almost the same thing. I mean, he came out to a real American song
Yeah,
and
he
stuff.
burned a
I mean,
Hogan
Hogan
shirt.
was like the American of anything.
I still miss hearing that Jimi Hendrix song in this entrance.
Yeah, that because you knew that was Hogan coming out.
Yeah.
He was Hollywood Hogan. Yeah, I know they won't do that. They do a mixed version on WCW. Now, if you go back and there's Hogan's music. Sometimes it's just the regular and
Yeah.
and
They
you
don't
want to
wanna give-
fucking coming out or not. But
Yeah, they don't want to give Hendrix a bunch of money for that song. in
That's right. And
royalties.
Hendrix
That's
is
why.
dead anyway.
Yeah. His family or whatever who owns his music now. So
Right. So, but they did a little bit of a mix on one of the episodes because I know it's when Rick Rude comes out. When Rick Rude comes out, they do like a mixed version, and I'm like, oh boy, that's a mixed version. That's not the original.
I just wanted to say real quickly.
just one more thing, we do got to go. So go ahead. Yeah.
I was going to say I think I may have mentioned it before, but that's one of the cool things about the WWE 2K games for PCs that you can edit, the entrance music. Like, for example, Stone Cold, you can replace his usual theme with the Stone Cold, with the Disturbed theme.
Disturbed one, yeah. Even though WWE is now, I'm sure, editing that out in Peacock.
Yeah,
they don't
because
want to give any
they
more money
used the
to
song
Disturbed.
from Disturbed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So before Macy says,
I might come on at 8 Eastern, maybe possibly tomorrow. I don't know, either 8 Eastern or not. I'm not really sure.
yeah, I mean, we'll be talking about Hogan. We'll be talking about Hogan for the most part after because
Macy.
I can see shirts of Hogan and Ozzy making out with Satan as the Bischoff.
Bishop.
Also,
That's from the South Park.
We're going to do the baseball episode on Sunday, right?
Pretty sure we will. Just that I have to confirm with the other two. If not, we can do it ourselves. Me and you. I mean, because we got to do it because the trade deadline.
Yeah, don't forget to mention Dave and
I'll have to make sure they're available. If not, we can do it ourselves.
Snow, but I don't know if he's going to come on or not.
Oh yeah, we hate Disturbed too, but I'm just saying we liked that song that you
the Austin entrance, the Disturbed song. So yeah, tomorrow Pro Wrestling Talk. Before we go, we're gonna preview SummerSlam, and and we're going to mostly be mentioning
Vicky, so
Hogan.
good to see you.
We'll be mentioning Hogan and his legacy and watching clips in the second hour of him because he just died. So the least we can do.
And I literally just did. It was I found it. I didn't know I was looking for it, but I did the Nitro that Kurt gives Hogan Ric Flair's robe. Hi.
Yeah, we don't have
a rose between two thorns. Okay, no. I just did. I just want to promote this real quick. It will be coming out in August.
We do got to go.
Episode 97 is going to come out Sunday, and that is it's like a tag team match between Kurt and Billy Jack Haynes. But I just recorded one where we go back and it's Kurt handing the Ric Flair's robe to Hogan on the Nitro because he had just turned on the Four Horsemen, or the Boar Horsemen as I called them because I never liked the Four Horsemen. So Kurt turns on the Boar Horsemen at Fall Brawl 97. I was 11 years old. I think you were also 11, Angel, at the time.
Yeah.
And literally, I found it was in 99. It was in March of 99. It was on Thunder. It was Kurt versus Hogan. And it's because Flair didn't want to fucking wrestle. So they made Ric Flair the president, you know, a quote unquote president of WCW at the time.
Yeah.
This is when they were going way, way downhill. So anyway, it's March, and I found it. It was Kurt versus Hollywood Hogan when he's in the Wolf Pack, you know, the Wolf Pack.
Yeah.
Don't mess with the Wolf Pack. You might
The
just
finger
end up in a
poker
body
too.
bag. Like,
That
shit.
was. We got
I remember
plenty
those lyrics,
to.
though. I mean, those were pretty cool. But
We got plenty of memories to go through with Hogan. But go ahead.
Yeah,
Finish up.
so-
We do gotta go.
all right, bye guys. We love you. Mwah.
So you finished up? Okay, so Pro Wrestling Talk tomorrow at 8. We'll be previewing SummerSlam, and then we'll be discussing Hogan's legacy and stuff. I asked David whether he can come on. He hasn't answered me yet.
I'll ask Snow again.
Yeah, he's older, you know, so he's definitely watched Hogan Prime. So I want to get him on to get, you know, his perspective on Hogan and his legacy in wrestling. So, yeah, we'll talk about all that tomorrow. If you're interested, join us. If you're not, just like and subscribe and, you know, just hang out in the chat while we discuss it. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. We'll see you tomorrow for Pro Wrestling Talk. Have a nice weekend, everybody.